Oh no, it's another Mini variant. But wait, don't stop the video just yet. This model is different. Unlike the Coupe, Roadster, and Paceman, this four-door is not a niche vehicle. It is a consumer-friendly, mass-marketed model that Mini hopes will explode the brand worldwide. First things first, let's talk about the name. In America, this is referred to as the four-door, but everywhere else in the world, it's called the five-door because, well, it has 5 doors. Now, those of you keeping score at home, that's 2 more than the regular hardtop Mini. But unlike the Countryman, this is not a raised-up crossover, it's just a stretched-out hardtop. It looks like one of those cartoon cars where the front wheels took off while the rear wheels stood still, and it comically got stretched out. With the wheelbase stretched nearly 3 inches, the Mini 4-door gains 6 inches overall compared to the 2-door model. Measuring 158 inches in total length, the 4-door is still shorter than a Ford Fiesta hatchback. The interior has grown though. Rear seat space remains tight, but there is an extra 1.5 inches of legroom, and the rear cargo area has grown by over 50%, now totaling 13.1 cubic feet. With the larger Mini, there's of course added weight. The Mini Cooper S 4-door I'm driving now adds about 110 pounds compared to the equivalent 2-door model. But with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, I don't really notice. Making a claimed 189 horsepower and able to go from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, the numbers on this car don't do it justice. Power is always on tap thanks to a large peak power band that begins at 4,700 RPM and goes all the way to 6,000. The 6-speed manual is geared pretty short, which helps keep you in that generous power band. At freeway speeds in 6th gear, the engine is spinning around 3,000 RPM, which is a bit high. Now this would normally lead to poor fuel economy, but in the Mini Cooper 4-door that's not the case. Currently I'm averaging 28.7 miles per gallon, but the car is capable of so much more if it weren't for my enthusiastic driving. But it's not my fault. The Cooper S begs you to put it in sport mode at all times and head for the hills. Ah yes, the sport mode. By selecting this, a message shows up on the screen that says, "Let's motor hard," and a little go-kart picture replaces the Mini suspension, which is pretty damn accurate because it puts the adjustable dampers into granite mode. Offering basically no flex from the suspension, the Mini crashes down the road like an oversized shifter cart. Sport mode or not, dynamically the 4-door is everything its 2-door sibling has become famous for. Even with the smallest 16-inch wheels riding on winter tires, steering feel is so good and the car responds to all my inputs almost instantly. The shifter still has this weird knob on top and the throws are a little bit long, but engagement is precise and the clutch has a really easily defined pickup point. Inside with the latest generation of Minis, all the issues with the old cars have been corrected. The door locks are finally on the actual door and the center speedometer has been moved to in front of the driver. The center stack as a whole is designed in a more user-friendly layout, and the front seats offer okay comfort. And that brings me to the biggest issue with the car, these back doors. By stretching the hardtop, Mini wanted to add 2 conventional doors to the back, and they succeeded, sort of. But as you can see, it isn't exactly the easiest car to get in and out of. The doors are small and the opening is even smaller. Even the most agile adult will have trouble getting in and out of the 4-door. But I will give Mini credit. By adding actual doors instead of the Clubman suicide doors, people can get in and out of the back without having to open a front door as well. And while I'm on a bit of a rant here, there are 2 strange quirks to the car. The first has to do with every time I unlock the car, there's this weird static noise coming through the speakers for up to a minute that has nothing to do with the stereo, it seems. And the second is the parking sensors. They are so sensitive that objects several feet away will start to set them off. At $33,000 as tested, a decently equipped Mini Cooper S 4-door like I have here isn't exactly cheap, but it has a certain feel and presence that lets you know it's more than just a subcompact car. Think of it as a mature Fiesta ST or an alternative to the Mercedes-Benz CLA. If you're looking for all the fun and luxury of a Mini with a little extra space, the hardtop 4-door delivers on just that.